This is Mayor Ron Anders with the Mayor's Minutes from our Auburn City Council meeting for February the 15th. The Auburn City Council began last night during the Committee of the Whole having two different discussions. The first was about noise mitigation. And Police Chief Cedric Anderson came and gave us a report about what do the police normally do in situations where there has been a noise complaint given. He went through a three-step process of the visitations that the police will make to a site if they have received a noise complaint regarding that site. He also shared the records with the City Council as to how many complaints that they have received over the last 5 years. After the discussion was over with, after the presentation was over with, there was a number of questions from the council, and I would summarize by saying that the City Council is comfortable with how our police mitigate noise complaints in our community. Look, we live in a college town, and we learn to accept that a college town is just a little bit louder than a traditional community. Most of that noise tends to occur on weekends, which we have all learned to accept and work with. Sometimes it happens during the middle of the week, and in the future we'll just continue to be persistent as we work with all of the people in our community who like to have celebrations in and around their homes or on their property to make sure that everybody's rights are being honored. But the City Council is moving forward, and thanks Chief Anderson for his presentation last night. The City Council also had a discussion about community art and murals. Councilwoman Beth Whitten, the Mayor Pro Tem, asked to have this discussion last night. We heard a report from City Planner Steve Foote, and then there was a number of questions that were asked from the dais. At the end of the day, I will take the responsibility to appoint a study group that will be made up of City Council members and planning commissioners. They will evaluate, look into, study, and talk to different stakeholders in our community about what is community art and what is the place of murals potentially in Auburn's future, and then we'll ask them to come back during a joint work session with the Planning Commission and the City Council and give us a report, and we'll try to seek a path forward. I personally believe, and I'll only speak for myself right now, that the time is now for Auburn to evaluate this and look and see if there's a way forward for us to have community art, have outdoor art in our town. Obviously, there's got to be protocols and procedures in place to do this, and we will put our best foot forward to investigate community art and murals and to see where places are for that in Auburn's future. So stay tuned, give us a couple of months to work on this, and we'll get back with you in the very near future. As we got into the regular agenda last night, we announced a number of board vacancies. One is for the Auburn Public Library Board. That term will begin on April the 15th of 2022 and extend through April the 14th of 2026. This is one vacancy for 4 years. We'll make that appointment on March the 15th. The Board of Education, that term begins June 1, 2022 and will end May 31, 2027. That's a 5-year term. That appointment will be made on April the 19th. And then the Planning Commission, we have an unexpired term that will begin immediately and end July 31st, 2023. So it'll only be a little over 1 year. The City Council will make that appointment at its April 5th meeting. The City Council did decide last night to suspend our rules so we could ramp up the placement of this new planning commissioner, and it'll be our intention to make that appointment at our April 5th meeting. The agenda last night said April the 19th. If you're interested in any of these 3 boards and commissions, I would ask you to please do your own research, ask your own questions, understand what kind of decisions that they make, look at their agendas. These are all very important boards and commissions that serve our community. One serves the children of our community. They all 3 of them impact our whole entire community. These are not resume builders. These are for people who truly want to serve and have a keen interest. So if you are interested in this, please go to our website, fill yourself with as much information as possible to make your own determination, and there is an application process that should be available in the very near future for you to fill your application out. In the consent agenda, the City Council approved a concurrence with the Industrial Development Board to support a community development financial institution with the establishment of an Auburn Loan Fund. So the City of Auburn will put up $150,000, and through that we'll be able to leverage $1 million in available SBA microloan program through Sabre Finance. I'd like to read to you a couple of sentences from the Sabre Finance memorandum. Sabre will make loans through this program in the greater Auburn area to benefit the area's small businesses. The SBA Microloan Fund allows for small business loans of $50,000 and below. As part of Sabre's program, the area's small businesses will have full access to Sabre Finance's extensive technical assistant program, which includes one-to-one business advisement, access to entrepreneurship and specialized industry training, and access to professional services such as legal, human resources, marketing, IT, and accounting and business development. So this is a program that will help those that need a little extra assistance. It will help those who maybe do not qualify for traditional financing to get their businesses started. And we are very excited to be able to offer a program that maybe can benefit those in our community who have a great idea, who have a good business plan, but can't quite get the resources that they need to get started. So we're excited to get that going here in the near future. Under contracts and agreements, the City Council approved a contract to sublease a facility from iPartners. This is located on North Dean Road, and this will be the relocation of CityCare. Since its opening in 2014, the city's employee health clinic, CityCare, has seen tremendous growth in its utilization. In addition to routine employee health care, we've expanded the services to include the treatment of workers' compensation injuries and public safety physicals. CityCare continues to be one of the most important benefits to our workforce, and it's a key component in our recruitment and retention of excellent employees. This has been located since its inception right here next to City Hall, and we're moving this from the downtown inner core of the city out to North Dean Road provides our employees a more private setting to receive this care, and it allows us to expand some of the needed office expansion here at City Hall. So the City Council did approve that last night. The City Council approved the purchase of one side-loading refuge collection truck for a little over $300,000 for our Environmental Services Department. It'll be replacing a truck that was purchased in 2012 for over $200,000. It's got almost 100,000 miles, and we have spent $177,000 in maintenance. So this is part of our budget, and we thank our Environmental Services Department for doing a great job, and we're proud to provide this new vehicle for them. City Council also approved a contract to extend the Multiuse Path along Martin Luther King Drive. This is a $766,000 contract. This will go basically from Shug Jordan, East University Drive, all the way down to Webster Road. Out of that $766,000, $400,000 is a grant from Alabama Department of Transportation. So the city will be responsible for $366,000, and we appreciate AlDOT's support with this project. And finally, the City Council approved a contract with Spire, Alabama to extend natural gas services to the Auburn Soccer Complex. This was $19,000. There was a small annexation of 3 acres, property located on Society Hill Road, north of Pierce Chapel Road, that was approved last night, and the City Council did approve a couple of weed abatements. One was for 937 Allen Avenue, and one was for 515 Bird Street. We have tried to reach out to the owners multiple times to ask them to clean their property up. Ultimately, that was unsuccessful, so the city has paid a third party to go and clean that property up, and we'll be asking the owners to help pay that cost. Under Mayor's announcements last night, I just have a couple of announcements I'd like to include. First of all, this coming Sunday is the first ever War Eagle Run in downtown Auburn. We are very excited. As of yesterday, there was over 2,000 runners that had signed up to participate in this event, which includes a half marathon and a 5K. As you get up Sunday morning and make your plans to get in and around town, I ask that you go to the city's website or go to the AO Tourism's website. There are maps and information there that will let you know which roads will be closed off as you make your way to church and to brunch on Sunday morning. Please be aware. But we're very excited about the War Eagle Run. It'll start at Toomer's Corner and end up in the football stadium at Jordan-Hare Stadium, and we hope to have a long relationship with the War Eagle Run into the future. Arbor Day is coming up on February the 26th. That Saturday at both of the Auburn Publix locations and at TCBY in the Kroger Shopping Center, the Auburn Tree Commission will be giving away free trees while supplies last. So we please ask you, if you're interested in that, to go by and support the Tree Commission and pick up your free tree. The Citizen Academy sign-up is open now. If you'd like to understand more about how your community, how your city government works, how your departments work to serve you the best way possible, this is an opportunity for you to participate in this program. The applications and the sign-up are now available on the city's website. Also on Saturday, February the 26th, is the Mardi Gras Parade. That Saturday afternoon. It usually draws a big crowd to downtown Auburn. There are many visitors that come to town to watch the parade, some to be a part of the parade, and just for you to be mindful that there will be a parade in Auburn next Saturday, and we appreciate the local group for putting this parade on. It certainly brings many tourists and many visitors to our community. And this week was an opportunity for us to celebrate our school resource officers. We thank them for all that they do. I'm proud of all of our schools here in Auburn as they celebrated these individuals for what they do to protect our children every day. So thank you to our school resource officers. Thank you for our dedication and your smiles and your protection of our most precious commodities, our children. This is Mayor Ron Anders with the Mayor's Minutes. Have a great week.